Did you know? Muhammad raped 9-year-old Aisha. According to the hadiths, 54-year-old Muhammad married 6-year-old Aisha. They had sex when Aisha was 9 and had menstruated already, so these Muslim bigots thought that Aisha was already a mature lady. But at 9, when she was de-virginized in lustful demeanor of the Prophet, was she actually mentally mature? According to science, there are two kinds of mental maturity, that is, maturity in intelligence and maturity in emotion. Here is a scientific excerpt from the experts. However, mental age varies according to what kind of intelligence is measured. A child's intellectual age can be average for his physical age, but the same child's emotional intelligence can be immature for his physical age. In this, psychologists often remark girls are more emotionally mature than boys in the tween years. Also, a 6-year-old child intellectually gifted in Piaget terms can remain a 3-year-old child in terms of emotional maturity. Unquote. How is mental maturity established? Here is more on science. The physical age of the child is compared to the intellectual performance of the child, based on performance in tests and live assessments by a psychologist. Unquote. There was no legitimate assessment on mental maturity in Islam, as they had no psychologists nor ruling to establish mental age. Nowhere in the Quran nor hadiths any allowable procedure to establish mental maturity. Thus, when Muhammad had sex with 9-year-old Aisha, he didn't know if he was actually mentally mature. So what is the implication? Simple. It's possibly rape. How? There was no established legitimate consent. You must know that the element for consent as primary is mental maturity, and having not established it due to the lack of any Islamic prescription, then consent wasn't established. Therefore, on logical analysis, there was no legitimate consent from Aisha to accept having sex with a lustful old man. Having no established legitimate and proper consent, then it could be rape. So on an eminent hindsight, Muhammad possibly raped Aisha because it's possible that she was not yet mentally mature for proper consent. She could just be a child yet, and raped against her innocence. How? Her mental maturity wasn't established. Objection may comes like, Aisha was intelligent because majority of the hadiths were narrated by her, so she was mentally mature. How should I respond? Like this. Was Aisha 9 when she made the narrations? If so, then we can say she was intelligent, but was she emotionally mature? How can you prove it? Emotional maturity is part of what constitutes mental maturity, because if her emotional structure was basically immature, then her decisions cannot be trustworthy. If you cannot prove emotional maturity, then how did you know she had the capacity for proper consent? You don't know, therefore, it's possible she wasn't mentally mature for consent, so as consequence, it's possible that she was raped. Yes, Muhammad raped her. Thank you.